So once you have your subsurface generated, you can then go up and actually do the corridor earthwork report. So if I select that, I can choose my main road, the increment station that we want, the clipping boundary if we want to choose that. We can actually tell it to only give us a subsection of our corridor. We can choose the calculation options and the display options as well. Alright, so in our report. So when I click OK to this, it's going to run through, it's going to build your surfaces, and it's going to give me my material quantities for my corridor. As it loads the report, again, like the other reports, you can save this as an Excel file, you can print it to a PDF, but you combine this with your other reports and you'll be able to put a total number together for the project. And this just gives you another check or another verification or just a different way of calculating the road corridor. So again, as I scroll down here, you can see I've got my total available bank cut, my fill required, and I have an excess value, so I'm going to have a little extra to move around the site. And then I got a breakdown of the subgrade quantity, so my different types of pavement and the cubic yards, as well as the subgrade compaction I'm going to need, as well as the aggregate stone base that's going to be required for this as well. Remember, we're accounting for our shoulders and using the same ag as for our shoulders in our example than we are as our sub base or our base surface. So then it breaks it down into per section and your cuts, and if I go to the end, you can see the legend where I got my bank, my loose, and my compaction. So if I apply more information to this, such as defining my native cut and fill materials for the site, and I can use this in my mass haul earthwork. We'll take a look at this when we do the mass haul chapter, but again, to get your material quantities for your road, I can combine this with the material quantities for my site. So what I would do probably is, instead of the area of interest for the entire site, I'd make an area of interest just for my main site grading. So I'd put a boundary around here and get the numbers for that in my takeoff report. And then I've got my other quantities for my road. You'd have to also do this for the intersection and the other tie road. So again, just another way to do the road takeoff. So now that we've got the site graded, we've got things modified and tweaked, we've got our takeoff reports, and we all know that. Now we can move into the other portion of the process, which would be to start analyzing how to move the material on the site. So we'll start looking at some site mass haul as well as corridor mass haul.